Hey, we're back on the J&J Show, Power 1 on Nothing. As most of you have heard, there are strikes going on all across America from fast food workers that are fed the fuck up with $7.25 an hour. And these are workers from McDonald's, Wendy's, Popeyes, motherfucking KFC, goddamn Pizza Hut, Jack in the Box Crystals, White Castle. Nigga, everybody fed up. They're tired of this shit. $7.25 an hour. It's not enough. They want raises. I think that most of the protesters are calling for a minimum of $15 an hour. One lady in particular that they interviewed who's been working at Papa John's for the past 15 years and still only makes $8 and some change an hour. Whew. You know, this is the reality. Americans are fed up. Fast food workers are fed up. CEOs are making ridiculous amounts of money, but they are not letting it trickle down to their employees. I feel a couple ways about this. Go ahead, Chef.
Yeah, I was actually going to say that there's a Subway around the corner from my house, and I know a lot of the workers that work up there and shit. And the Subway manager was only making $8-something an hour. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, man, you fucking manager, you only make $8-something an hour? She said, yeah.
Yeah, actually, a friend of mine was a manager at Pizza Hut. He was only making like $16 an hour. I mean, I guess $16 an hour is good in some locations, but a fucking manager, you would think would be pulling in a decent salary, you know, but whatever.
Yeah.
So, you know, the reality is, man, these workers are fed up. They feel like they've been loyal, they've been dedicated, they've been loyal to McDonald's and so on, and they want more money than the $7.25 an hour that they're being paid. And there's nationwide protests going on. There's been a few arrests up in New York, been a few arrests in D.C. People are fed up.
Wait a minute, hold on. Now, the lady that you were talking about that has been working there for 15 years or whatever at Papa John's, they haven't even tried to promote her to manager by now or something like that. I mean, hell, if you've been there for 15 years and you're still doing the same goddamn job and still making the same little sorry-ass money, man, it might be time for you to find a new job.
Yeah, I mean, I think most people, 2, 3, maybe 4 years max at the same wage, and it's time to call it quits and move on or get some education or something.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, I feel a couple ways. You know, I feel like Jay just said, if you've been somewhere 10 years and you ain't had a raise, quit. Obviously, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't see potential in you to advance. They don't care how your kids are doing. Quit. Stop bullshitting. Stop going in there making them fucking pieces of shit and throwing the cheese any old kind of way because you bad. You know, just go ahead and quit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, man, you know, these corporations are fucking greedy, man. And I feel like capitalism as a whole in America, first of all, capitalism is a good thing. I'm all for people being able to make money. But I really don't respect how rules have been changed over the years and been adjusted so that it benefits CEOs and people that are already very, very wealthy. And this whole, if tax breaks are given to people up top, it'll trickle down, that's bullshit. Because when tax breaks are given to the wealthiest of Americans, they don't do anything but store that money. They don't recycle that money back into the economy. So there really is no mass trickle-down effect like they claim there is, like Republicans and conservatives like they claim there is. And you see this in fast food work, in the fast food industry. These CEOs and these corporate executives and stuff like that are making these exorbitant amounts of money, and it's not being trickled down to their employees. And the reality is they can afford to pay these people a little bit more. I don't know if $15 an hour is reasonable. I mean, shit, I haven't done the math, and I'm not going to do it. But $7.25 is bullshit. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
You can't support your own self, let alone a fucking family on $7 an hour. And I mean, I also get the argument that these are low-skilled workers and these are low-skilled jobs.
Yeah, I was actually going to say something about that, man, is the fact that if these motherfuckers want to raise, how about try getting the fucking order right once in a while if you want to be hollering about,
that's
we
true.
want some more money. What? Hold on, man. Y'all fuck up more orders than it. Listen, man, I just went to fucking Checkers last night, man, and the order wasn't that goddamn hard, man. I said, listen, double cheeseburger with just cheese, ketchup, mustard. Then I want another burger with just cheese, ketchup, mustard. Tell me why I get home and that shit has lettuce, tomato, everything else on one of them, and the other one just has cheese with no mustard, no ketchup, no nothing. Hey, that's the two fucking opposites of what the fuck I asked for. And then my girl's order was fucked up too. I'm like, okay, you really need to work about getting the order right before you want to cry and complain about the money that you're making. Maybe you ain't worth no raise because you ain't that good of a fucking worker. Sorry, man.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, I agree. You know, if y'all want to raise, make sure my goddamn apple pies are in the bag.
Yeah.
Both of them. it's a sad state of affairs on both sides of the spectrum, man. You want a higher wage, go get an education. And a lot of times, you can get an education by going to the library and picking up a book and reading. You don't have to go get a fancy college degree all the time. Go get some technical skills somewhere. Pick up a trade, stuff like that, you know. But don't act as if flipping burgers and shaking fries is supposed to be your meal ticket, when the reality is those are jobs typically designated to teenagers, people that are not exactly trying to get ahead. You know, you don't come in 2014 making $7.25 an hour flipping burgers, and then just because you've been there, it's 2018 now, 4 years later, that you should get a raise for doing the exact same stuff. You're not flipping burgers better 4 years from now. It's the same burger flipping. You know, and so we need to do two things, man. We need to encourage Americans to go get a better education, to learn other skills if they want higher income, to pick up a better trade. And then at the same time, there needs to be some laws put in place to curb this corporate greed that is basically taking over America. You know, America is almost not even a country anymore. It's like the land of the free, home of the brave and all that shit. America's hardly a country now. America is a big-ass business.
Yep.
America's one big fucking corporation. America's like a big-ass Walmart. And it's the top executives pulling all the strings of the workers. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we need to get back to a place where, you know, 50 years ago, you could go to school, come out of high school, get a job, and be able to take care of your whole family. Get a house, get a car, and not really have to worry about anything. Retire, get a pension. That was typical for a lot of Americans. Those days are long fucking gone. Long gone. You're lucky now to get a job making $15 an hour and being able to keep it for a couple of years before they outsource that shit to India. And that's just the reality, man. It's sad. It's unfortunate. You know, I feel like the workers, their hearts are in the right places with these protests and stuff like that. But it's sort of embarrassing on one hand that you got people out there that work for Papa Jobs for 15 years and didn't move up to management or anything else.
Yeah.
And it's sad, too, that we allow this to happen to people. You know, good, solid workers, that we allow this to happen to.
Yeah. I mean, hey, look, man.
You know, I feel like everybody has to do their part, man. Everybody has to do their part.
Hey, look, but you remember on New Jack City, they said, meanwhile, the rich get richer and the poor don't get a fucking thing. And that's almost kind of how it is right now, you know. The rich will continue to get richer, and those who are struggling will continue to struggle. You know, it's like no matter how hard they work and shit, ain't nothing really going to come their way. And I kind of want to touch on something that you said earlier about the degree and things like that, because there are some people out there who may not have gone to school, but they're smart as a whip, or they're very skilled in certain areas. You know what I mean? And I feel like they could actually work in some of these places that do require a degree or some sort of college education, even without the education, because they're that good, but they can't because they don't have the piece of paper. And I would recommend, or at least like to see, some of these businesses actually have some sort of test or something like that in place to where they can kind of, you know, have you, okay, you know what, you pass these sort of tests, answer these questions, we'll put you on a trial basis for 3 months and see if you're any good. I know you don't have a degree, but I want to try you out, you know, I believe in you and things like that, and see if they can actually make it. Because if you don't give them a chance at all just because they don't have the paper, you don't even want to talk to them, you could be missing out on a damn good worker, and that worker could be missing out on a damn good job and income, and as a result get discouraged and start doing crime and all that other dumb shit that a lot of people do, which just causes more and more problems.
Hey, I agree with everything Jay just said, but here's the problem with that. The problem with that is that people with degrees can barely even find jobs nowadays. And part of the problem is people with degrees can barely get jobs nowadays, even if in their field, but just other jobs. I know people with fucking master's degrees in literature and journalism and all kinds of stuff that are out here working for $12 an hour. And all kind of student loans.
Yeah. So
the reality, too, is those people are getting pushed to the front of the line. At least with President Obama, whose approval ratings are in the dumps right now. And for good reason, because there's a lot of missteps here. But he is talking about, at least he's talking about student loans and debts that are kicking the asses of many Americans. And you got to give his credit when credit is due. And one of the things he's trying to do is push a lot of college graduates and stuff like that that are struggling right now to the front of the line in terms of giving them opportunities to work and be able to pay back the debt. You know, which is a good thing. Not to discount anything that Jay just said, but, you know, the president is doing some good things.
It's actually funny that you mentioned that because there are a lot of people who I know that have gone to school, and what they do right now has nothing to do with what they've gone to school for. So you're absolutely right about that.
Shit, I'm a prime example. I'm on the J&J show. Hey, but again, man, you know, this situation is sad. Workers out there protesting, man, it's hot as shit. I will say this, man, don't fuck around and get arrested. You don't make but $7.25 an hour. The legal shit that'll come with that, you ain't gonna be able to fuck with it at $7.25 an hour. If you're protesting and get caught doing the wrong things out there, assaulting police or throwing shit, you know, that motherfucker $7.25 an hour, it's gonna take you 3-4 years to pay that shit back. Whatever you get caught, whether it's your bail, whatever. Just don't fuck with it, man. Be calm, protest respectfully, and try not to get beat up. It's hot as shit today. And, you know, like I said at the beginning of this segment, I kind of feel both ways about this issue, but I'm on the side of the workers more than anything. Mm-hmm. Because the reality, too, man, it's very, very easy to beat down on these people, to say, hey, go get a fucking education, stop crying about $7 an hour. But it's a shame that we look at capitalism in America, but we don't look at how it has been tampered with by our politicians so that it favors people that are already wealthy and sort of tramples on the everyday average American. Like those bailouts, those corporate bailouts we gave out a few years back. We bailed out Wall Street for their years of bad behavior, their years of skimming off the top, their years of taking advantage of the system. But where's the bailout for the everyday average person? Where's the bailout for the students trying to go to school? Where's the bailout for the single mothers working 2 jobs? Stuff like that.
Preach.
You know, Republicans always try to act like
thinking about this.
Americans are just right, and the Republicans always try to act like Americans are just fucking lazy. Go get a job, go work 2 jobs, go do this, go that. Why do we live in a country where somebody has to work 2 fucking jobs?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, 40, 50 years ago, you had to work 2 fucking jobs. Motherfucker get 1 job. The wife, she didn't even have to work. She could stay home and raise the kids.
Yeah.
And there was enough money to raise the kids, put them through school, fucking take a vacation every once in a while, you know, go to the movies and shit, go get some ice cream. You had enough money to do shit.
A nice dress.
A nice dress, put on some clothes, go get a suit, get a haircut. Yeah. I mean, you have money to do shit. Now, it takes 2 working parents. They at least combined, they got to be pulling in $40,000 a year. And even then, they're probably still struggling.
Or more.
Because this is a debt-driven society. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it is what it is, man. It's very, very unfortunate. So, you know, again, we feel a couple ways about the issue, but we're on the side of the workers. You know, protest, do your thing, man. And hopefully, if you can't get to $15 an hour, we can meet you in the middle somewhere, $10, $11 an hour.
Yeah.
Even though, by all accounts, if income kept up with the pace of inflation over the years, minimum wage should be around $20 an hour right now. That's a mathematical fact. So if you go back 40, 50 years ago, the reason people were able to take care of their families and work 1 job and the wife could stay home and stuff like that, because inflation versus the level of incomes was reasonable. It made sense. Mm-hmm. Now, inflation is so fucking ridiculous versus the average income that people can't keep up, let alone get ahead.
Yeah. So
it's a fucking mess through and through, and this is systematic.
If you take a look at the way that the value of the dollar has dropped, you mentioned like 40, 50 years ago, and I was looking at this Montgomery Ward's catalog and things like that, where, you know, back then, you know, a fucking house would be $600. You know what I'm saying? A fucking dress would be $2.95. Like, are you what? But that's because back then, money was a whole lot different than it is now. You know, fucking $3 back in the 50s was fucking $50 in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? And
Look, I went to the movies the other day, took a bitch to the movies, and a ticket was goddamn $15. I said, shit. $15 ain't shit, but
it's
one fucking movie?
Fucking ticket, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, Redbox ain't but $1. Bitch, we might have to wait a couple months for this shit to come out on DVD. This is bullshit right here. There was no incentive to go to the movies nowadays. I mean, you used to be able to go to the movies, $4 get you a big fucking bag of Twizzlers. Now you go there, $4 barely get you 3 Twizzlers.
Oh,
you finish the
man.
bag of Twizzlers right there at the fucking concession stand. So I mean, it's sad, man.
Hey, look, man, the same thing with the hot dogs and, you know, the fucking nachos and popcorn or whatever else that you want to get at the movies, man. That shit is super fucking expensive. I mean, extremely expensive, man. Look, so I went to the movies, man, about a month or so ago, and I saw that if you just wanted to get 2 hot dogs and a pop, the shit was like $15. Oh, what? What?
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
Yeah, man, come on. That you know.
It's all bullshit, man. At the same time, profits are through the roof. I mean, just like gas. Gas is expensive as a bitch, but for no real reason. Profits are through the roof. These oil companies are making money hand over fist, and for what? They give you all these dumbass excuses where the cost of gas had to go up for this, the war in Iraq. And you know it did. The cost of gas went up because we allowed it to go up.
Yep.
That's all to it. They're making profit something crazy. I'm not talking about making enough money to maintain operations and get the same profit that they were making before. I'm talking about excessive profit to where you go, damn, does it really need to be $3 an hour? No, it doesn't. But the reality is, we kept buying motherfucking gas. No matter what they priced it, we kept buying goddamn gas. If Americans had collectively got together and said, you know what, fuck your gas.
Right.
I ain't gonna go to work. I'm not gonna do this. I ain't gonna do that. No, this is ridiculous.
And I was just about to say that, man. What would have happened?
Motherfucking gas would have came down to about 85 cents a gallon.
Yeah. If everybody, not just some people, not just half the people, but if everybody say, you know, man, fuck these high-ass gas prices. I'm sick of this shit. Okay, because y'all can raise it as high as you fucking want to. You think we're going to pay it because we need gas to go to work and go here and go there. Well, you know what? Fuck it. If everybody actually sat back and said, I ain't going to work, I ain't going here, I ain't going there, I ain't getting no fucking gas, period, yo, everything would be shut the fuck down into that, oh, shit, we got to lower these fucking prices. Period, man.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it takes everybody.
Exactly. I mean, a gallon of motherfucking milk is $5. Man, fuck out of here. How about stop drinking milk? How about drink water? We're the only beings that will drink fluid from another animal, from another species. You understand what I'm saying? Like, cows don't go around drinking goat milk. That's some shit. Mother, y'all better start eating that dairy, man. That dairy fucking y'all up out here. But that's a whole other subject right there. J&J show, man. Hey, fast food workers, we're with y'all. Continue to strike. Just be safe. Be careful out here. These police are out of hand.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's the thing.
$15 an hour.
They want to get you for speaking the truth. They want to get you for standing up for what it is that you believe in and what you feel, right? They want to arrest you for that. They want to pepper spray you, tear gas, dogs and shit. You know, why is it that they want to get you for doing something that technically is supposed to be your right?
Hey, I'm going to say this too, man. Jay, you're right about that. But people, you got to want to better yourself too. You got to want to better yourself. You got to look at your situation, your circumstance, and say to yourself, have I done everything that I could possibly do to advance past this level? If you're making $8 an hour and you've been making $8 an hour for 15 years, you have to look at you and say, what have I done in the past 15 years? That's a lot of fucking time right there. Yeah. 15 years is a lot of time to go get an education, to go read some books, to raise your profile a little bit. It's a lot of time, man. I would not waste 15 years of my life doing something where I was not advancing.
And if other people have surpassed you, then think about why.
Man, hey Jay, you hit a great point right there. If you look around and your fucking peers are light years ahead of you, go, wait a minute. I've been here 10 years. So-and-so just came in here, and in 2 years they're out of here. And they moved up. I am doing something wrong. I need to look at this person and see what it is they're doing and mold myself and model myself after that. Maybe this person speaks a little more proper, a little more intelligently. Maybe this person carries himself a little more professional. Maybe this person has gone and got some training that I haven't looked into. You know, I used to manage operations where people were not getting raises. The way the projects and stuff was set up, the raises weren't implemented into the projects. And I used to say to people, when I do their performance reviews and stuff like that, I would say to them, listen, if you want a raise, you need to do X, Y, and Z, because the position that you hold right now, raises have not been implemented into the program to actually exist. So you're going to be stuck at this level as long as you have this job title. The only way you can change this job title is to get the certifications necessary for other job titles and other positions. And people will go, you know what, you're right. What can I do? Point me to this, point me to that. And I will send them all kind of stuff. And 3, 4 months later, I will go back to these people and say, hey, did you look into X, Y, and Z that we talked about? No, I didn't get around to it. I didn't have a chance to. I didn't have the time. My kids, this, that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't say anything to them. I was like, okay. But in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, so when your next performance review comes around, don't say shit to me about a goddamn raise. Don't say a motherfucking thing to me about a raise because I told you what you needed to do. You don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You don't have the time to do it. Hey, here's the thing, man. Anything that you want to do in life, you'll make time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care for what it is. If you want to go back and get your education, you'll make time to do it. You'll take some night classes. Or you'll sleep a little less until you get your degree finished. I know people doing that right now.
Mm-hmm.
They get 3, 4 hours of sleep at night. They get up in the morning, work. They go take their night classes because they want that degree because they don't want to be stuck at $15 to $16 an hour. They want to get up to these $80,000, $90,000 salaries, which are out here. They're out here. But you have to get the education. And so, and I used to look at people like, hey, you better say a motherfucking word to me when the review time comes.
That's because there are people who want things, and then there are people who want them more. Think about that.
There
are people who want things, and there are people who actually want it enough to go and get it. Okay, it's like, I used to talk about men and women, because chicks always be like, damn, I'm so horny. Okay, why don't you go out and fuck? No, because I ain't that type of chick. Okay, but a nigga, if he wants some pussy, he going to take out his phone, find a bitch that he knows he can fuck, and get some. What's the difference?
Yep. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
You may want it, but you don't want it enough because there's always going to stop you. Oh, well, I don't want to be hoish. I don't want to be. Okay, well, you know what, bitch? You let the shit get in the way of your pleasure, whereas he's not. So it's just like you're letting things get in the way of you actually advancing, whereas this other person next to you was not.
Yeah, that's it, man. He hit right on the head. Hit right on the head, man. I'm going to tell you this, too. And fortunately for me, I haven't experienced this yet, but I've seen it happen to other people because my career has always progressed. And I'm not bragging, knock on wood, but I've seen people be at my level, and I've seen people come in from the outside, just fresh out the blue, and move past those people, and I move up as well. And we sort of leave these people behind. And then when they see us, they're like, oh, here comes this nigga thinking y'all at. Here come this uppity motherfucker. Nigga better than us. He think he's somebody special. He the shit now. No, not really. Only difference between me and you is I was busting my ass going to school while you sitting around talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
And these motherfucking white people, they gonna do this, white people that. Here's the thing. When you set yourself on a path for success, really focus, the only thing that can derail you is you.
Yeah.
Let's say that shit again. When you set yourself on a path to success, the only thing that can derail you is you.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a situation where I had some money stolen from me. A lot of money I had saved up. And right then and there, I could have been like, oh, man, this. So I just, man, hell, I work all hard and I get this money and now it's stolen. Fuck, man, fuck it. But no, I said, okay, you know what? Fuck it. It's gone. Ain't shit I can do about it. Let me start over and just build my cake up again.
But the thing is, you set yourself on a different path to success now because you know not to hide your shit in certain places.
Mm-hmm.
You came with another plan. And so it is what it is. Yeah.
So it's that fucking okay, so I'm gonna make more next time. And it ain't gonna get cheaper the next time, So
we don't wanna get too far off on a tangent. But talking about these fast food we're on your side, but you gotta want to better yourself. If you don't want to better yourself, you can't be out there complaining too hard about where you need to be in terms of minimum wage. Now, I get the people that have applied for positions and returned. First of all, if somebody's been working for you for 15 years, I would think you would want to promote them.
Mm-hmm.
Any smart business owner, you would want to promote them to management or something. After 15 years, these people know the operations.
Yeah. Yep.
You would think. They know how to manage the teams and manage the money and manage the customers. I'm just thinking here. After 15 years, any nigga, you can go get anybody you give them 15 years of, I don't give a fuck what they doing, even if it's rocket science. They gonna knock that shit out the park. Nigga, them rockets are gonna be fired on. Nigga, what? 15 years of your life? Couldn't nigga see my rockets. Nigga, J rockets?
Nigga, they couldn't even see the fuel from your rockets.
Nigga, the fuel from my rockets. What?
Shit.
Nigga couldn't tell me nothing about no rocket science. Nigga, if I put 15 years of my life into that shit.
Something else that bothers me, too, is how the motherfuckers are too damn slow. You know, you're talking about getting a raise and they want higher wages and shit, but these motherfuckers are slow as shit. You'll be in the drive-thru for 20 minutes and these motherfuckers serving one goddamn car. It's like, nigga, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And also, like, you know how you go into the black ones, right? It's like a whole bunch of black people working and shit, and they talking to each other, and, you know, they're having conversation about what the fuck they're about to do tonight, and how so-and-so fucked somebody else. And, man, you better get my fucking food, man. You should be having conversations and
That's the
shit.
shit that bothers me, man. When you walk in there and you walk up to the counter and they keep that conversation going like your ass ain't even standing there.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? So, yeah, look, man, before they want to be out here protesting and shit, talking about, hey, we deserve higher wages, check your fucking performance. All right? You know, so there needs to be some sort of fucking performance review before you should even be thinking about fucking raise.
Yeah, especially them good McDonald's and shit, man, where they hire them young black girls that have no education whatsoever and don't give a fuck about anybody in life.
Right.
Like, you walk up to the register and the bitch standing there talking about everything under the sun, your ass is like you a ghost.
Yeah.
And this you hungry as a motherfucker.
Right.
Can't wait to get a cheeseburger. This bitch sitting there talking shit. And then take your order with a motherfucking attitude. Nigga, that shit irritating. Oh my God. Can I help you? Like, bitch, I ain't even say nothing. Why you not me?
Shit. I'll be thinking, yeah, bitch, you could have helped me 5 fucking minutes ago.
Yeah, and then they yell at her. You don't need the bitch at the counter. She's so motherfucking mean that you just like, fuck it, whatever. Like, the bitch, you want apple pie with that? She's like, you know what? If you think I need an apple pie, just go ahead and give me some fucking. I don't want to argue, bitch. I don't want no problem with nobody. Just give me the fucking apple pie. I'll pay for it. Give me some cookies, too. If you think I need cookies, give me the cookies. I'll pay for it. Get the fuck out of it. Yeah.
Would you like a tip? Yeah, I'll give you the tip.
Yeah.
They just get scared of the bitch at the counter and shit. Oh, man.
And if you want your pussy ate, okay, fine.
Right.
I don't even know you or you might have something or whatever.
Just don't get my ass about nothing. All right, well.
Yeah, you're right, man. I mean, I want them to get a raise, something that's fair and reasonable. I don't know that flipping burgers and shit's worth $15 an hour. You know, get your skills up. But I do feel like corporations are getting over on these motherfuckers. But, you know,